We're in Salt Lake City at the Temple Mount, where Moroni's horn was broken off by an earthquake in 2017 off the top of the temple.
We're just walking up there now. We parked. Now we're walking. It's really beautiful here. No one's in the stream yet.
Is that actually that cart for like public use?
It's not for public use. It's for, really like this house right here. The Woodruff Mansion. It's a lime scooter. See them all right here? Oh, it's in on the hill. So yes, we're approaching the Temple Mount. Mount?
I don't know what to call it actually. I don't think it's a mound.
In Salt Lake City, Utah.
That's the way the Christians and the Jewish talk about the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, right? But I have to wonder if this was like a continuation of that religious idea of rebuilding the temple, which I don't think has anything to do with the physical structure of the temple. I think rebuilding the temple was rebuilding the geographical area and the people that would become the vehicles for the returning souls to take over.
Hey, Mr. UFO guy.
I'm going to be out of breath when we get to the top
I
of this
know.
walk.
Let's walk slower, please.
Sounds like we're what?
I need to walk slower,
All right.
if you don't mind.
No, it's fine. Pretty steep over here.
Yeah.
Climbing the mountains. So in 1994, when we were doing public meetings, Joe suggested to the groups that were coming through this area, the Salt Lake City area, to just visit the Temple Mount. Or not Mount, I keep on saying it that way. The temple, the Latter-day Saints, the Mormon people. And so we did it. We walked around the ground. And
I was just kind of showing people.
yeah.
I mean, I know we're gonna have a full view of it, but it's kind of nice poking through the trees.
Yeah. So I don't remember Joe saying anything about it at all. Except,
Sorry, I can't. What were you saying?
one time he did say when we were considering moving, he was running some ideas by students about where to move to. The idea of moving to Salt Lake City area came up, and he told us that when he and T had considered moving us to Salt Lake City area, he felt like they kept on getting nixed on that idea, and because the influences are very, very strong here. And we might have got a taste of that yesterday when we tried to give a talk in
Yeah.
a kind of crystal shop kind of place.
We won't say their name. At first it started out pretty good, and they seemed receptive, but then they were not.
Right, so, I mean, the place was holding I guess once a week or something like that.
They had different events
Yeah.
Every day of the week it looked like.
And yesterday, around 6 o'clock, they were supposed to have an open mic kind of situation to where you could talk about anything you wanted to talk about of a spiritual nature. And they seemed to be, okay with that, but we gave them one of our cards which talks about Tiendo on it. I mentioned something about, we talk about UFOs, but not, and that we weren't a group trying to recruit. I don't know, I think I said that too.
See, that's just the state building.
That is?
Yeah, that's the Capitol.
Oh.
Because it says State of Utah on it. So I wonder if all of that construction stuff that we saw earlier was where the actual temple is.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely not as big as this building. But we saw that. You guys get to see Sawyer's ear for a second. There he is, the man of the hour.
Yeah, I guess I was mistaken about where the temple was. We're on State Street, obviously.
It was still a nice little...
South Temple or something at one point, right?
Well, it feels like... I guess maybe that building that you were recording earlier, was it? I don't know. Somebody asked how we were doing today. We're pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty good. The elevation's still at 4,000 feet, so I'm having like a little residual. I definitely want to get lower. We're headed to Vegas next. We should be there in about 6 hours or so, depending on how long we goof around over here.
And while in Vegas, we're going to drop a few bucks into the slots or something. See if the next level would help us, with our finances. That's not something that, that is something that Joe had us do. He sent us like at an outing in Las Vegas when we were living in there for a brief time to the casinos and gave us about $5 or $10 each or something like that. And most of us, I think, just blew it and didn't win anything, but some might have won something.
My camera work is the worst. It's like your neck, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
I'll just flip it back around. Somebody said hi from Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
I used to live in Cincinnati. Wow, look at that house right there. Damn, I wonder how much money that costs. I should have done this in landscape mode.
$1 million or more.
Yeah. All these houses down here. Yeah. Somebody asked us something, but I can't see what it was. The comments, I don't know why, guys, but they go away if you don't keep commenting. So if somebody else can comment so I can read the last one. Ah, there it is. What inspired you guys to go on this mission? Where are you guys? We're in Salt Lake City, Utah. And Tiendo inspired me, is my answer to that. I was inspired by Tiendo and the next level. I can't speak for Sawyer, but...
Likewise for me, but I must admit that I wasn't about to go on any trips unless I had a really strong reason for it.
How cool is this, guys? Got all those cool leaves in there. This is actually a historic site. I showed you guys the plaque earlier, but some mansion. Imagine living in this thing. There's a little bit of downtown Salt Lake City right there. Scott, hi. You know about Sawyer, were you with the group? No, I was not with the group. I was about, I'm trying to think how old I was in 1997 when they exited. I would have been about 23 or 24, I think, and I never ran into them. We were in a lot of the same cities, but I never ran into anybody from the group. I started researching Heaven's Gate and the Next Level, Tea and Dough, about 3 years ago. And the first time I heard the information, I watched, I believe Sawyer and I were actually just talking about this last night. I watched, I think it was one of the final exit videos, Dough's final exit, and it made sense to me. It just made sense. So I started watching all the Beyond Human. I started with the first one, and as you guys know, Sawyer is in that along with Junodi. And yeah, I was just hooked. It just made sense to me. So Sawyer and I met in person, I think on September, well, mid-September roughly. We got together as a couple, let's say September 15th. And yeah, we decided mutually to go on a road trip and just talk to people about Tea and Dough and who they were and the updates they brought to the planet. So we came to a lot of the same places that the class came to. We've been through Cheyenne and Laramie, Wyoming. We thought we were going to see the temple right now, but apparently we have not found it yet.
Maybe that's it over there.
How do I know Sawyer? I met Sawyer through, and yes, we are boyfriend and girlfriend. I met him through YouTube. I started researching Heaven's Gate, and I found that there was still a former member that was alive and active and talking to people. So I started following his channel, and friended him on Facebook, and we messaged back and forth here and there. We did not have any relationship prior to me going to Vermont in September. We are not starting a new group. I can't stress that enough. We are not starting a new group. This is not Heaven's Gate 2.0. What we are doing is disseminating Tea and Dough's information. And I have it in my mind to set up a center, which I've had in my mind for a while, in New Mexico, a place where you guys can all come, where everybody can come and just hear the information. That's it. Like, we're not starting a new group. There's no new class. We have no older member present on this planet. So, yeah, I'm going to let Sawyer start talking now.
Well, yeah, so
Andrew, it's not for copyright reasons. It's because there's no older member present on this planet. There is no teacher for us to follow. Sawyer said in the past, it's like walking into a chemistry class. The teacher's there for the first 10 minutes and you're getting it, and then the teacher leaves. And then what do the students do? We don't know anything, so we don't have anybody here to tell us what they need to tell us.
well, except we do have, right, we have all the information left behind. So based on what they told us, all that information, we can all put it into motion to the degree that we want to. And we can talk to Tea and Dough. We can ask Dough for help on whatever direction we might feel led to take in regards to the instructions they left for us. But we're not bringing anything new. We're not starting it like Kathy said. You know, it's not a new group. I mean, even though we are meeting up with people that are to some degree believers or curiosity about Dough and Tea and Dough, and have been actually asking me for years that if there was a time when we could meet up, they would like to meet up with me. And not because it's anything special about me, except that I'm a witness to, a first-hand witness to all Tea and Dough's information. So that is I understand why someone would want to meet me because I have that all in my experience, and I'm trying to bring the experiences and everything they taught that I recall and understand. I've been doing that for a lot of years. I just wasn't motivated to actually travel, or I was not looking for a partner. In my head, I was at times wishing I had a partner, but I didn't, and I wasn't, interested in a human level relationship. Although I haven't overcome that part of my behavior and ways to the degree that I would need to overcome it in order to graduate. But for the record, the door is still open for people. It's not been closed. So even though there's not going to be a classroom the way that classroom was, everybody's got their own classroom where they are. And we need our human vehicles in order to learn lessons through those vehicles. Because what we're doing is actually building the strength of our mind by saying no to the things that we don't want to do anymore and yes to the things that we do want to do, according to the Heaven's Gate book that talks about the major offenses and the other offenses that are listed there. And it's a lot of things. There's a lot of things to apply to our lives. So it's our choice on which things we feel motivated to try to look for help for, to correct about ourselves. Because I don't know, it's the main thing I think is that we understand the formula for creating a metamorphosis within ourselves in order to change over our mind, swapping out human mind and replacing it with next level mind. Next level mind is coming from the older members in the book, in the audio tapes, in the videotapes, and all that material is when we apply it to ourselves and we believe in it and we tell other people about it because it's a task. This is not about believing in them and then, going into a cave somewhere or even a commune somewhere and just studying the material. If we're not actually applying the dissemination task and standing up for Tian-Do in the world that does not want to hear anything positive about Tian-Do by and large, then we're not necessarily going to be moving forward in our growth. Of course, I'm not the decider of who's moving forward and who's not. That's Do's job. I mean, Do's task that he's working for T to do. So any humans that want to judge me or judge Kathy or judge anybody as being more on track or less on track, they can have those opinions and they can express them if they want, but they're not going to necessarily be what Do would say. And that's who we care about. I believe I can speak for Kathy as well. That's who we care about. And at this point, Kathy and I believe that, that part of what bonds us is our chemistry together, and so I'm not going to, because I was already, not 100% in terms of, having celibacy of mind and body at all for the last many years. So in a sense, being with Kathy now, it's more, it might be more of a commitment to just having a commitment to one person instead of, using my imagination or, all that kind of stuff, or looking for a partner for sex or trying to buy it somewhere, which all those things occurred to me over the last 20 years. and I had a partner for part of that time. But so regardless of what you know anybody else makes of it, we're trying to do our task, and we're asking Tiendo to lead us to people that want to know about Tiendo, even if they don't know it. And so we might be leaving cards here and there, and posters or documents that were in the Heaven's Gate book, and might post them in different places, and as we travel, and leaving little business cards that talk about Tiendo in them. And,
Yeah, that's what we wanted to do, was leave, because somebody asked us about what you and Kathy have is beautiful. Thanks for saying that, Scott. Somebody said, and thank you, Andrew, for saying that, documenting it. I'm sorry, the comments disappear as soon as somebody doesn't say anything, so I can only see so many of them. I'm trying to remember what people were saying. Can somebody make a comment so I can see the prior comments, please?
We gotta figure that out.
I don't know why they don't. Okay. Are people you meeting receptive and respectful to you? Somebody said they were getting deja vu. I just heard in passing that there might have been some like legal rumblings. So that's why I kind of stopped Sawyer, Andrew. We don't really want to talk about the legal stuff because we're still honestly figuring that out. Yeah, we're figuring that out, and we want to post stuff from the Heaven's Gate book. We want to post the flyers, but we're not sure if we're going to get in trouble for that, which I don't know. We're struggling with that because we want to disseminate the information, but there's a block to us doing that legally. So we're going to try to figure out whatever. Daniel, genuine question. Were Tiendo against all human pleasure, such as intimacy, music, drugs, etc., or is that a misconception?
No, I don't believe they were against pleasure. You can find that probably in the Beyond Human series, but the program of the classroom was to only have the pleasures that our older members were giving to us, and the pleasures that our older members were giving to the classroom had no intimacy associated with them with our vehicles. So that is a goal to shoot for anybody that wants to grow in that direction. So like, in other words, pleasure for music. In the classroom, before T left our vehicle, we were given music. We were given classical music. We were given Gilbert and Sullivan music. We were given Kitaro music to listen to as an option occasionally. It wasn't meant to be like a program. We didn't meditate on music, and we didn't play instruments except for Melody played piano when we were doing choral music, which T stimulated us singing because she said that she wanted us to learn to look to Do, who in the world, Do was a choral teacher, a music teacher, and an opera singer. And so Do, I don't think, would have stimulated that idea, but T did, because T felt like that was the right thing to do at this point. And so we did have music, and we had a couple songs that, like, they took the song Jesus meine Freud, which is from Beethoven, I believe, and it means my friend Jesus, or Jesus my friend, and it goes, the tone, the notes of it go like da 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 da. I'm not singing it very well, I know, but that's basically the notes. And so they put new lyrics to those notes, and so we had a little song that went, help me have no human ways, no thoughts of self, no. I started too high, so I can't go there. No faults to see, only the ways of space. Now I know my heart is fast in my Father's path at last. Only the ways of space, only the ways of space. That was it. That was the little lyrics that Tiendo gave us for that song. And I don't know if we sang that together. We didn't have any singing together. We didn't have any praying together. We did have meditation together at times, and that became optional after a period of time that we were doing it like twice a day for like 20 minutes each time. We would stop what we were doing and go to a certain room if we had that room. If we didn't have that room, we would just stop what we were doing and just sit down somewhere. And there were no specific poses or anything. But we never, actually tried to talk to T together as a group out loud or anything like that. Uh, there was no religiosity in the way that we all see in all the religions that they have to communicate. And though Doe respected the religions to a degree as being a step in the stepping stone of overcoming all of humanness. They can be a good step, the religions. And also atheism is a good step away from the religions
Right.
because of the way that the religions have become corrupt and distorted and diluted.
Jay Pollock says, "Good morning to you."
Good morning, Jay.
With the sun shining faces.
Sunshiny faces. Well, that's the other little thing that we had.
That
little
yeah,
song.
he said it, but the comments disappeared again, so I can't. There it
I
is.
can go through
Good
that
morning
one too.
to you. Yeah, go through it. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places.
Yes, that's right. We wake up in the morning, and this was after T left the vehicle, I think. I might be wrong about that. Might have started in 1985. But you would get up and you would, like do kind of like walk in place like this, like trying to get everything going really fast, so that you weren't like groggy for the first half hour or whatever before your coffee, which we didn't have coffee, so we didn't use that. But and then we would sing that to ourselves. I mean, it wasn't anything wrong that somebody couldn't do aloud a little bit, but they wouldn't make a broadcast of it. But it was good morning to you, good morning to you. We're all in our places with sun shining faces. What a good way to start a new day. That was it.
I love it.
That was it.
I love
Beautiful,
that
wasn't
one.
it? That was
Yeah,
fun to sing
that's
that
my favorite
when you
one.
woke up.
Andrew, I don't see where I can enable slow mode on it. And Jay Pollock, Jason, I don't know where I can get back to change it to landscape mode. So I selected portrait and we're stuck with it. Sorry, I was just saying, responding to some of the comments.
Maybe it needs to be in portrait mode before you start the live stream. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they asked you that. Can you?
Oh, I see they do. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're headed to Vegas after this. You guys send us good vibes so we can win $1 million at the slots. You know what? We tried to play a slot machine in where was that at?
It was in
Nebraska City?
Was it Nebraska City?
It was
At
in
that-
this hotel right next to the ladies' restroom. Or no, it wasn't a hotel. I don't know. It was at the Denny's.
Oh, Denny's. That's right.
And there's like these guys like playing the slots right next to the ladies' restroom. It was so uncomfortable walking in there to use the facilities. But anyway, we tried to play. That was in Nebraska City. We were there for the Halloween thing.
Oh, right. Right.
And we did not know how to play the damn machine. You got married in Vegas once? Yeah, we're not doing that. Go live when you get to the slots. Oh, okay, maybe you can help us because we did not know what the hell we were doing. Maybe we won some money, but we just walked away. We walked away.
I guess there's a knack to it, right? And my daughter, she goes to the slots over in Saratoga Springs, New York, and she comes away with winning $100 or $200, $300 sometimes. Yeah, and she's lost too. She doesn't tell me about the losses. So
XF97 says, "How are you both?" We're
good
pretty
old
good.
XF97. Good to hear from you again, XF. I miss hearing from you.
Somebody said something else, but I didn't see it. If somebody, okay, there we go. Hope you have a great. Oh, blackjack is where it's at. That's like cards, though. You have to count, right? Is that no? I'm thinking 20. Is 21? Is that
That's blackjack. Yeah, it's the same thing. But I don't think we're gonna do that.
Yeah, you have to have a certain amount of money, I think, to play those tables, and I think we're just gonna play like the penny slots. Is that a thing anymore?
Whatever they are, yeah, nickel. I don't know if they have quarter slots, whatever. But we're not going to waste a lot of money on that.
Nah.
Because T&O, when they gave us about $5 each to go to Las Vegas and blow it, you know, they didn't. I think the instruction was to play the slots. No, I'm not saying we have to do it that way exactly now, because it's a different circumstance. It wasn't instruction forever.
Good luck
there.
I'll bet
that you could, but they would occasionally go through Las Vegas, and whoever they were with, they would stop in and play a little bit of the slots. I don't know if they did other things as well, but that's all I know about.
So we're going to try that.
Yeah, we're going to try
it. We're going to try it.
In case they, work some magic with that.
And we're going to try to live stream while we're driving to Vegas. But Sawyer, I sent you some emails, but I think they may have gone to your spam folder. Maybe check that folder. XF, we did get your email. We've just been so overwhelmed with trying to communicate back with people and having lots of emails, and then trying to set up places to meet with people when we get to towns. I feel like I'm like half a step behind or something. I've been contacting the media. If any of you guys want to contact any of the media, DJ Teutonic, specifically you, if you want any alternative newspapers or anything like that, because we want to get into the press, we want to get into the news, we want people talking about T&O again. Yeah.
Yeah, considering, there's been plenty of recent press.
Yeah, if we're coming to your town, then, contact your local newspaper and tell them, former Heaven's Gate member of 19 years coming to town, hold meetings,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, send us an email, help us out.
We'll, look to T&O, ask T&O if there's something that you can do.
Somebody says if I saw Sawyer in my table, I would be very scared. He's very nice to sit across from and eat.
I don't, the food doesn't come out of my mouth.
SawyerHG@yahoo.com. Yes, he'll XF, I will try to remind him to check his Yahoo email.
Yeah, it's been a few days since I checked it.
We've just been, traveling and meeting up with people and, walking around.
Yeah, we stayed with a couple last night in the Salt Lake City area, and that was a really great meeting we had with them.
Oh yeah, we went to Christopher Publications yesterday and met with David Christopher, he recognized Sawyer. Are we going to Rancho Santa Fe? I don't think so. That's not on our list, to be honest with you. And no, we are not both vaccinated, and we have no plans on getting vaccinated. Don't really want to talk about that, I don't think.
No.
I think that's kind of... Neither of us have been watching the news.
It's a moot point, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just being unplugged from the news is great, you guys. Everybody try it. I haven't been on Facebook except to post updates, and it's been really nice. So, yeah.
I was a news hound for many, many years. And I certainly commented a lot on things and, said a lot of things in videos. And but that's not the point where we're not at that spot right now, because I feel like all the true information that was available about vaccinations or whatever else is available to people. I think if they search it down, they can make up their own mind about stuff instead of going along with the government, dictation of what the right thing to do is.
Yeah. Dr. Christopher had a lot to say about vaccinations yesterday. We were like, whoa. But it was interesting. Neither of us had really been thinking about that. The places that we've gone, hardly anybody's wearing masks anymore. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I don't think we don't want our channel shut down or anything like that.
Right.
XF says he had to get the jab, and I'm expected to get my second jab this week. Lots of businesses won't let you in if you don't have both vaccine shots.
Wow.
So as we're moving across the country, we've been in Indiana, Illinois, Nebraska, Wyoming. Now we're in Utah. We haven't had any problem going into any business anywhere.
Without a mask.
Yeah, there's not any restrictions. So I mean, I don't know where that's at,
He's
but
in Edmonton, I think.
you stopped watching the news a few years ago, and life's been noticeably better. I like to scare myself with the news. I know it's silly. Would Sawyer ever consider doing a short personalized video message? I know someone who might appreciate it. Space Probe 7, shoot us an email. Shoot Sawyer an email, and we'll address that.
Yeah.
Mr. UFO Guy, I've been listening to Sawyer for about a year now. I love what you guys are doing. Best of luck to you. Thank you.
Thank
DJ
you.
Teutonic, you can come into my shop without the jab, and we are completely expecting that. Hey, DJ, is it? I think we talked to your partner about this, but Sawyer wants to play music, so we're hoping that we can set that up in the shop. That's what turned off those other people. When we tried to say that we're going to play some music and talk about some things, they were like, nope, not in our place. XF, thank you. The driving video. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm not the videographer. Have you guys done any meetups here in Salt Lake yet? Yes, we met with 2 fellow believers and stayed with them, which was really, really nice. And we're leaving now. We're headed to Vegas. Yeah, so that's that. I don't know if I missed anything.
You figured out how to keep that up by just moving
I just
around,
gotta
right?
hold the damn thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd be scared if Sawyer was at your table. I don't think I really addressed. Oh, you mean if you were like a blackjack dealer and he came up to gamble at your table? That's kind of fun to think about.
Well, I don't know.
DJ likes your ear, because
My ear?
I was filming just on your ear, because I'm a
Okay.
great documentarian. Don't you guys love my
Well, I'll give you
my
some
video
ear.
here?
I've
Okay.
got
Think we're caught
actually
up.
a piercing that I got when I was a youngster, but it's closed up.
Stay safe out there. Safe travels. Thank you guys. Yes, DJ, we're excited to be treated like adults at your shop.
Yeah, that's right.
A handheld gimbal would help the videos. Oh, you know what? I had a whole thing that I bought. Didn't get a chance to meet you
A
here, but I
selfie
wish you
stick,
to the
right?
very best. Yeah, I bought a selfie stick. It had a ring light and everything. It's all fancy smancy, and guess where it's at? Back home.
Right.
Home. All right. So, should we continue with this, or I'm just going over here?
And I can talk if you want about something.
I'm kind of ready to get on the road.
All right. Like we can terminate.
Yeah?
Sure.
All right.
And we'll pick it up later or tomorrow or right.
Yeah. And we might live stream a little bit later when we're on the road, maybe.
Yep.
We just wanted to show you guys a little bit of Salt Lake and get everybody caught up.
Which we didn't show the temple, but that's okay. You all know what the temple looks like, probably.
If we
It's not like
find it.
it's not like that's really significant, but except, I mean, there is a lot to say about it. And
Do you want to, we can put this in the, and then we'll drive around, and then you can talk while we're driving?
all right,
You
sure.
want to pop it in there? We do need to put it on the thing. And then, because there is a lot to say about that, I know. I don't want to cut you off. Oh, now see, but we can't, I don't know how to, here, we're going to end this, guys, and then we'll be right back, okay? Don't go anywhere.